Before I went in the Hall of Fame, they had written something and they gave to me. And I said, well, no, here's what I think. I'm going to say, first of all, let me thank Vince. And they told me, said, no. He said, he don't even want you to call his name or nothing. He said, don't thank him at all. So that's a true story.
Let me ask you a question. Just say this is not on our list, but it kind of popped to my head a minute ago, Bill, when you were saying that she may not even be a Mysterio, at that point. There are a lot of times when wrestlers don't use the family name and they try to build their own name. I'm wondering, though, like in the case of Bron Breakker, is Steiner such a bad thing for him to latch onto? I mean, why not? I mean, I would use the name Steiner. Why are we calling him Bron Breakker?
Because WWE probably gave him that name so they could copyright that name and use it under their banner.
I think it's a horrible decision. I mean, can you imagine Randy Orton coming out and he was Randy Davis? Even though everybody knew his father was Bob Orton. I mean,
they do say that he is the son of Rick Steiner. They do say that on their broadcast.
Not very much.
Yeah. No, and I would use that family name. That just drives me crazy. Every time I see him, I'm like, why wouldn't you use the name Steiner? That's a big name there.
Nothing is more real than family.
Yeah. I mean, and you got so many possible stories. Cody Rhodes is, that's Dusty's boy. They didn't hide from that, I mean, it's things like that mean a lot to fans because you can make up stories that maybe never happened because it's believable because back then, family members were fighting and arguing. You know what I mean? There's so many possibilities.
And they could come up with stories that did happen that nobody knows about.
Yeah. Heck, I'm sure those kids know plenty of stories about their parents that they haven't told people. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, I think it's a shame. Stephanie has ruled out another match. It was brought up to her, and she said, "So do you?" Actually, they asked her, "Do you have one more match in you?" And she said, "I'm like, no." Have you seen this division? I was like, I will embarrass myself and the business if I try to hang with these women. But
Stephanie understands. She knows when to take the cape off.
She gets it. Definitely.
Yep. Right. Stephanie gets it. She knows.
But Mac,
I wish a lot of them would get it.
Mac, who would you put Stephanie McMahon, not Stephanie McMahon, AJ Lee in there with?
I really, outside of Becky, I haven't really thought of too many people. I'd like to see her and Alexa Bliss cross paths somehow. I think that could be interesting. But right now, they're both faces. And so, somebody's going to have to turn to make that work. But outside of that, I really can't think of anybody.
The one that's going to be a super talent and not to wrestle AJ Lee is Maxine Dupree. Her match the other night against Becky Lynch was superb.
I was actually surprised by her performance because so many times I've seen her come out and she's just kind of been, the side piece to Otis and what was the other guy's name? Whatever they are. But she was playing the side piece. And I actually, she was cute and she was good with the camera. But when she got in the ring the other night, I was surprised. She can actually wrestle.
Young Charlotte Flair look about her.
Yeah. They need to take the dingy out of her, which is just the character. That's it. It's just, her character has always been a little dingy, and I want to see him remove that ding because I think she's better than that.
What do you mean by dingy? What do you mean by dingy?
The dumb blonde kind of thing.
A dingbat there, if you know what I'm talking about.
A
dingbat? It's a dingbat like Edith.
Yeah, that's the old All in the Family days there, brother.
Try for yourself there, dingbat. Okay.
Real fast, before we get out of here, I want to get one name from each of you. We know that Stephanie McMahon is going into the WWE Hall of Fame. Name somebody else who should go into the Hall of Fame with her. Bill?
You mean to induct her?
No. To go into the Hall of Fame. Actual induction into the Hall of Fame. Who should it be? We know Stephanie is going.
China.
Very good.
You have the ex-girlfriend of Triple H and the wife of Triple H.
I didn't think about that, but wow, yeah. Maybe this year's not a good year for that.
I thought about it.
Did you?
I'm going to throw my name in the hat now. I think Jazz would be one good to put in the Hall of Fame.
I'm surprised Jazz has not already. You know what? When we talked about that last year, and when that name came up, I was shocked to find out that she wasn't already into the WWE Hall of Fame. And to think that she still isn't into the WWE Hall of Fame actually is a shame. She is one of the pioneers in women's wrestling and needs to be acknowledged by the WWE. I think I ran Teddy off. Where he's getting a phone call. There he goes.
Yeah.
But I think China at the same thing would have a lot of controversy. It would get people, and Triple H would open it up with, "Are you ready?" That's got to be it. It's got to be China.
Do you think there's ever going to be a time where Vince McMahon will be inducted to the Hall of Fame?
No.
I don't think Vince. Why? Vince,
yeah. I don't think Vince would show up, not unless he had a working relationship
no,
with
as long as TKO owns that company, they don't want his name associated with that company.
And hasn't he always said he didn't want to be into the Hall of Fame, that wasn't something, he didn't even want to be called, even on stage,
right.
even with people saying his name.
Vince, that's right, and that's a true story, because Vince would, before I went in the Hall of Fame, they had written something, and they gave to me, and I said, well, no, here's what I think. I'm going to say, first of all, let me thank Vince, and they told me, said, no. He said he don't even want you to call his name or nothing. He said, don't thank him at all. So that's a true story.
Back in the magazine days, he used to come over to me and say, do me a favor, don't put my picture or any words from me in the magazine. The magazines are for the boys, not for me.
There you go. All right, we're out of time, guys. Anything coming up you want to talk about, Bill?
Well, yeah, we got, depending upon when this happens, I'm booked for GrappleCon, the final weekend of October in Lutz, L-U-T-Z, Florida, which was Dusty Rhodes' hometown when he lived in Florida. And I will be there along with Brutus Beefcake, Medusa, and a lot of legends from WrestleMania 1 celebrating the 40th anniversary of the original WrestleMania. We're going to talk about
Good. That's good.
Teddy, what about you?
I'm headed for Denise this weekend. She has some stuff waiting on me, some nice ribs.
I was about to say, you got barbecue waiting on you.
Oh, and these ribs here were so good, they just fell off the bone, man. I swear I never had none like that. This was outstanding.
Oh,
so I'm gonna have a great weekend. Denise and I she's already got good food and stuff, so we're gonna do some sightseeing. I think they got the fair there in South Carolina somewhere, so we may even end up going to the fair.
I'm telling you, Bill, about another year we're gonna hear wedding bells.
We might.
Well, you never know.
I'm telling you, I'm feeling it. I can tell. I know Teddy well enough. He doesn't talk about people unless he likes them. So he must really like Denise. All right, guys.
Right quick before we go, Denise and I are God meant to be, because I met Denise 40 years ago. Then we separated, but she would always stay in touch with me. But we finally got back together after 40-some years. And we didn't do it wrong. We didn't cheat or nothing. She was married. I was married. My wife died. So happened her husband died. So that's how it all happened.
Yeah, and she is one of the sweetest ladies. I've had the opportunity to talk to her a couple of times on the phone. And
yes.
She's a sweet Southern lady.
I want to make sure that Mac is on your left side, I am on your right side, and we will strut you up the aisle, Teddy Long.
You sure we won't be able to strut you?
We're out of here. I'm Mac Davis. That's Teddy Long, and that's Bill Apter. We'll see you again next week.
That was Bill Apter.
That was.
Not after my wife beat that.